know why I'm looking through here.
Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing? Thanks for coming. Music is an agent of hope, a dynamic and valuable device that helps us to heal and to bring us together. The first peoples of Canada understood this and used music to reunite, resolve, and reconcile. In the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge that tonight's performance takes place on Treaty 1 territory, land that was maintained and earnestly cared for by Indigenous peoples before European settlement. Manitoba is the original lands of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and is the homeland of the Métis Nation. We acknowledge that Winnipeg benefits daily from treaty-free water that comes from Shoal Lake 40. It is with sincere sentiment that we recognize the mistakes of our recent and distant past. In working towards a Canada that benefits us all, we commit to seeking a greater understanding of Canada's diverse cultural relationships through continued work with Indigenous communities, and we commit to live in ways that honor and respect the treaties that were made on these territories. And we commit to stewarding the land in harmony for all who will come after us. Last Sunday at the registration, I had said this week would be about having fun, making new friends, making music, and learning new things. And that not only the students would be doing the learning, but us teachers would be learning as well. It has been a great week. We have had fun. We've made many new friends, made a lot of music, whether in full band or chamber ensembles or jazz improv, and we have learned many new things. And one of our new friends that these students have made is our camp conductor. Please join me in welcoming our conductor, Mr. Andrew Wall. didn't sound like that on Monday, but we won't tell you that. You'll just think that they always sound this good, no matter what. One of the activities the students had each day was playing in a chamber ensemble with just a few students, coached by one of our instrumental instructors. Whenever you play in a chamber ensemble, it's a chance to be more of a soloist than normal in a larger band like this, but also to have some strength in numbers, not being the only person on stage performing. Every student at this camp successfully took part in a performance, which we heard earlier this afternoon at our chamber recital. Over half the band, and probably more than half, said that this was the first time they had ever had the opportunity to perform in a chamber ensemble. And so it was a great experience. And after this afternoon's recital, the staff got together and we thought we should have some of those ensembles perform again for you tonight to represent the rest of the band. So we've chosen a few, and if you will sit back and enjoy each group as they perform for you now, I will call the first group onto the stage. They'll introduce themselves and their coach.
Hello, we're here at the Dulce Flutes. We're performing bells and whistles by Scott.
we will be performing Dance by Dmitry Kavalevsky. We are the Dancing Saxes, and we hope you enjoy.
Hello, my name is Hayden, and behind me is Sam on the trombone, John on the tuba, and Miss N on the euphonium. Today we'll be playing a piece called Celebration, which was arranged by Micah Story.
Hello everyone, my name is Genevieve, and behind me in order we have Isaac, Kelsey, and Avery, and we will be playing Old Joe Clark's musical offering by Walter Ross. This is a piece with multiple parts, so do listen closely. But before I get to that, I have a joke for you. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
To get away from the oversight. Okay, I hope you enjoy. Will Brown.
The MBA, Manitoba Band Association, gratefully acknowledges financial support from the Manitoba Arts Council and the Winnipeg Foundation. And we in turn at the Elmwood Junior Band Summer Camp would like to thank the Manitoba Band Association and Kasia James, Executive Director, for providing us with the support structure for each of these band camp locations and many other programs throughout the year that we all benefit from, such as the Honor Bands, the Solo and Ensemble Festival, concert band festivals, and much more. And I would like to invite Manitoba Band Association Board Member Justine Burke to bring greetings from the Manitoba Band Association. And welcome Justine to this meeting.
Good evening, everyone. Mr. Clausen said, I'm Justine Burke, and I'm one of the board members of the MBA. I just wanted to send our greetings on behalf of the board. I'm so excited I could be here tonight. This band sounds amazing. It's been such a treat to hear them tonight, and it's making me super excited to get back into my own classroom in September and get back to work. It sounds like you guys had a ton of fun and put in a lot of work. So congratulations on a great performance.
We do have a lot of thanks to give to a lot of people. It really takes a village to put this together. St. John's Music Limited, Yamaha Canada, they gave us a gift certificate, award, and they've been just giving us a lot of support in different ways for running these camps and others. And also to Long and McQuaid Music Limited for donating gift certificates, pencils, folders, all kinds of swag that we get to use. And these two places have just really been solid in support of so many band activities in Manitoba for just decades. I also want to thank the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra, Brent Johnson, who's the Associate Director of Education and Community, and Russell Kuntz, Audience Development Coordinator in Group Sales. They have donated 6 sound check awards, and there'll be more about that later. I also want to thank my own school, Mennonite Brethren Collegiate Institute, and our principal, Andrea Muller, for these wonderful facilities, which we get free every year. And that is just quite awesome. And also to those school divisions and parent councils, many of whom have provided scholarships or bursaries to make it possible for many of these students to attend the camp. The Winnipeg Foundation, in particular this year, gave us a whole whack of cash to give out as bursaries to the various camps. And I'd just like to highlight each of the 15 schools that are represented on stage this evening and their band teachers. Dugold, Cora Hentz, Elmwood, Mark Sawatsky, Gordon Bell, Claire Powell, Heritage, Leanne Ouimet, John Henderson and their teacher Laura Sin, John Pritchard, Linda Thompson, Keewatin Prairie School with Shannon Giancola and Cheryl Jackson, and of course this school with myself. Monroe, Sherry Foster, Murdoch McKay, Ben Campbell, Nelson McIntyre, Leslie McCordy, Regent Park with Vanessa Nowostowski and Sean Adams, River Heights, Sarah Brody, Robert Andrews, Emily Hodge, and Selkirk with Gary Rubicki. So these band teachers encourage these students to come to the camp, and that's why we were able to run this camp, because of their encouragement, and of course every family and friend member that said you should come to this. So I want to also acknowledge and thank the parents, the guardians, the grandparents who continue to give time and money and encouragement to your sons and daughters to come to this camp and to support all of their musical activities. So let's give a hand to all of those. I think it is important that our staff be recognized at this time. I am so grateful that each one of them has once again given up a week or more of their summer to work and teach at the camp. Some of these people I have known as colleagues for decades, and a number of them were my students at MBCI at one time, or maybe they went through this very band camp as students. 2 of them are my own children. I continue to learn new things from them every time we get together. So I'm going to ask them to come to the bottom front of the stage from wherever they are if they are able. And I know some of them are running different things. Some of them are in the band playing and others are behind the scenes. But if we could all just come to the bottom level here and line up, and then you can see who these folks are. And you're going to see some photos of them on the screen as well as we go through. First of all, our student crew, who took care of hundreds of details on a daily basis to run this camp smoothly, with many of them doing some teaching as well. Some of these folks are just out of grade 10 or just out of grade 11 or in university. So these people include Grady Hunton, one of our coordinating assistants who taught saxophone and also did some auditions. Emily Clausen, another coordinating assistant who coached the clarinet ensemble. Maya Sidney, coordinating assistant who ran our canteen this year and got the barbecue together. So these folks I am really indebted to, because I would not have been able to run this camp, and none of us teachers would have been able to find our way around the school and open all the doors without these 3 students. And so let's give them a separate hand. Especially that Maya's been at the camp for 8 years. I wonder if her mother knows where she's been all this time. Well, we also had 3 student volunteers. These were former campers as recently as last year, and they have come back to volunteer this year. We have 3 of them this year, and they have been invaluable. They have worked so hard. Avery Penner, who was one of our student volunteers, who played oboe, and you heard her earlier. Connor Mangelik, a student volunteer. He's the guy hiding in the front here. You can see him. Playing euphonium and playing a staff recital. Hannah Sidhu. Now, Hannah's not here because she's accepting an award at Rainbow Stage right now for a production, the Rainbow Stage High School Musical Award. So we thought we would let her go for that. And she was helping out in the canteen along with her sister Maya, and also helping out in the percussion section. So let's give a hand to these 3 people. Tasha James, she's at one of the other band camp locations this evening. She's our executive director of the Manitoba Band Association. Cynthia Mason-Wong, who is our flute sectional teacher and also our jazz improv teacher. Amy Whitaker, who was one of our flute ensemble coaches. Kelsey Nordstrom, who you heard play oboe or English horn earlier and also played in the band. Teaching the oboe sectional, working with the flute section. No, she was working with clarinets most of the time, as it turned out, and helping out in all kinds of ways. Then Meg Stecht, who was our clarinet sectional teacher and coach and did enrichment stuff with us. Carlo Rosas, who isn't with us this evening. Oh, he's here. Really, prove it. No, I take it all back. Carlo is in fact here in the flesh, and he was our saxophone sectional teacher and coach as well. Garrett Malenka, he's not here this evening. He was a trumpet ensemble coach and helped us out greatly. Andrea Dix, who you heard playing trumpet and horn, and she was working with both sectionals and doing enrichment as well. Vanessa Nowostowski, no stranger to the camp. She's been here for at least 20 years. Trombone, euphonium, and tuba sectional, doing ensemble coaching and enrichment. Paul Clausen, teaching percussion techniques and sectional and ensemble coaching and enrichment. And Charmaine Bacon, who's not here, but she was playing at our staff recital yesterday on piano for a number of our pieces. And then another person who's probably not here this evening, a grandmother, Nettie Sawatsky, who I talked about at the beginning of the week. She has been volunteering on her free time to come in and clean our washrooms. Sometimes when you volunteer for something and do something glamorous, you know, it's almost its own reward. But cleaning washrooms is something she does, and you know that she's in the building because she starts whistling and singing, and you can hear her a mile off. And she came twice during this week to make sure our washrooms were decent. So we are very thankful for Nettie. And way up there in the booth is Max Weed, who was giving us technical assistance. I think he was on speed dial, and we probably called him at least a dozen times this week with different things. He's running our concert, Sound and Light. So thank you, Max, for being at the back of the room doing all that stuff. Clausen. I'm the coordinator. I was teaching some saxophones and doing a bit of coaching and some enrichment. And finally, Mr. H. Andrew Wall, our conductor, who is been with us now. This is his 9th year, and he also did some ensemble coaching and clarinet and did some enrichment classes. So that was our staff. Now we get to the students. The whole reason for this camp existed. Row 1, if you could put your instruments carefully somewhere, stand, and then go to your left following Elias. And these guys are going to just walk down that way or go through the front, and they are going to be getting their certificates, thanking them for being at the camp. First of all, Elias Acosta, coming out of grade 7 from Elmwood, and he was finished. From Monroe, playing flute, and this is his first year. We have Jacob Paul, coming out of grade 6, also from Monroe, playing flute, and this is his first year at the camp. We have Natalie Gibson, out of grade 6 from John Henderson, playing flute at the camp, her first year. Alyssa Lang, in grade 6 from Regent Park, coming out of Regent Park out of grade 6 and playing flute, her first year. Genevieve Evan, coming out of grade 6 at NBCI, playing oboe. Isaac Weed, coming out of grade 8 at NBCI, also playing oboe. Maya Ducharme Henderson, grade 9, coming out of grade 9 from Gordon Bell and playing clarinet. And then Raylan Rodellis, clarinet player, and this is Raylan's 2nd year at the camp. Lyric Petty from Elmwood High School, playing clarinet, and this is Lyric's 2nd year as well. That's the front row. 2nd row, if you want to stand up and do the same thing as the front row did. And in the 2nd row, we have Andrea Sena, coming out of grade 8 from Monroe, playing alto saxophone. We have Ava Matson, coming out of grade 6 from Robert Andrews, playing alto saxophone. We have Blake Gordon, coming out of grade 7 from Robert Andrews, playing alto saxophone. And that's Blake's 2nd year at the camp. And then Brody Gordon, coming out of grade 7 at Robert Andrews. What does it say about it? How's his twin brother? Really? You know, that would explain a lot of things, wouldn't it? It all makes sense now this whole week. Coming out of Robert Andrews, Brody is also at the camp for the 2nd year. Julian Evan, tenor saxophone player, coming out of grade 8 at NBCI, and this is Julian's 1st year at the camp. Shikaro Chester, coming out of grade 6 from John Henderson, playing clarinet. Storm Shaver, coming out of grade 7 at Regent Park, playing clarinet. Ella Rahman, coming out of grade 7 at Regent Park, playing clarinet. Quinn Monkman, coming out of grade 6 at Regent Park, playing clarinet. Holly Thompson, coming out of grade 6 from John Pritchard, playing clarinet. Tegan Verbeek, coming out of grade 6, playing clarinet, also from Monroe. Leah Penner, coming out of grade 7 from Robert Andrews, playing clarinet. Sawyer Westman, coming out of grade 7 from John Henderson, and playing clarinet. And Gianna Mendoza, coming out of grade 8 in Elmwood, playing clarinet. We got everybody in row 2. If this kind of flew by a little quick and you didn't quite see something and you want us to send a certain thing to you, let me know and I will. We have Samuel Schmidt coming out of grade 9 at NBCI, playing trombone. Aiden Hurst coming out of grade 8 at Selkirk and also playing trombone. Kelly Chapman coming out of grade 7 at Heritage, playing trombone. Eva King coming out of grade 6 at Regent Park, playing euphonium. Morgan Weiss coming out of grade 7 at Robert Andrews, playing tuba. This is Morgan's 2nd year at the camp. John Magdalene coming out of Elmwood in grade 8. And this is John's 1st year at the camp, playing tuba. Then Dylan Gonski coming out of grade 9 from Elmwood, playing this year baritone saxophone. Last year he played tenor saxophone, and I don't think he plays either of those instruments in his regular band at school, but helped us out playing baritone. And Tina Rowan did exactly the same thing. She's normally an alto player, but she played baritone saxophone with us this week, coming out of grade 6 from Dugald School. Julia Seaman, coming out of grade 6 and from John Pritchard, playing bass clarinet. And Julia, same thing. She was a soprano clarinet and said, I'll play bass clarinet, you need one, and did wonderfully. Grade 7 at Keewatin Prairie, playing horn as well. I think I missed Aislinn McAuliffe, so let's go back to Aislinn McAuliffe, coming out of grade 6 from John Pritchard, playing horn. And Patricia Pengan, coming out of grade 7 from Keewatin Prairie, playing horn. And then Kaylee Panganaban, coming out of grade 8 from Murdoch McKay, playing trumpet. This is Kaylee's second year. And we have Owen App. Owen, coming out of grade 7 at NBCI. And Owen also plays trumpet, and this is also Owen's second year at this camp. Peyton Lishka, coming out of grade 6 from John Pritchard, playing trumpet. And Willie Tollefson, coming out of grade 6 from John Pritchard, also playing trumpet. And then we have Archer Zhu, coming out of grade 9 at Nelson Mack, and he is a percussionist. Christian Lieder, coming out of grade 8 at Regent Park, and he also plays percussion. Danielle Jallikar, coming out of grade 6 from John Henderson, playing percussion. Hunter Yacob, coming out of grade 7 from Regent Park, playing percussion. And last, but not least, Megan Caniglio, coming out of grade 7 from Robert Andrews, and this is Megan's second year at the camp. Please congratulate all of these students. All right, once the staff gets back on stage, we will continue to send you all back at the podium once more. Well, as I mentioned earlier, there were a number of organizations who stepped up and generously provided us with some items to hand out to students as awards. So the staff got together to discuss the students who attended the camp this week and to pick some who stood out. Students who would represent the best of their fellow band members in a variety of ways. Students who excel, students who worked hard and gave their best, students who showed leadership, students who in so many different ways made this camp such an absolute joy for all of us. And you know what? There were so many students that fit this bill. I mean, everybody at this camp deserves something. And in fact, we are going to be able to honor that. And, but we will give a few students that we have some stuff to hand out to, awards that will kind of represent the others. But we do have something for everybody, actually. But to begin with, we're going to start with 3 gift certificates for $25 donated by Long and McQuaid Music. And these 3 students are, if you can come to the front, and I think Dylan is, or Brody is going to be bringing, where is Brody? Oh, you got them on the side. Sorry, stepped up on me. Okay. So please come to the front. Genevieve Evan, Hunter April, and Joe. I announced this day, but he didn't do it. We also have a gift certificate from St. John's Music. Just one, but it's for $50. And this one is going to go to Dylan Gunsky. We have 2 season tickets passes to the entire concert season for the Winnipeg Wind Ensemble. And these 2 recipients, if you will come to the front, Alyssa Lang and Hayden Hurst. Switch gears and actually give out something to everyone, and this is from the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra. There is a definite connection to the large ensemble music making that your children have been involved with this past week and at school during the year, and the activities of the WSO, a professional ensemble at the heart of our city's cultural life. After teaching for a certain number of years, we will occasionally experience the honor and delight of a former student going on to join us in the professional world of music making and teaching. The very first band camp in Winnipeg, which was in Charleswood, had a student of mine from NBCI, and she served as a coordinating assistant that first year. Several years later, she became the assistant conductor of the Winnipeg Symphony, Michelle Moore. And that's just one example. Many other students of ours at the camp and at our schools have gone on to professional careers in music. And they remember their early experiences at camps like this as being the impetus to become serious about making it their life work. However, music education is not there primarily for that reason, to create our future professional musicians. Rather, we're here to provide an experience for all, which will lead to a lifetime of appreciation of the power and beauty of music. And we are so blessed to have a rich cultural environment in Winnipeg that serves this need at the highest levels. So we are going to be sending each band member a code which will allow them to purchase Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra sound check passes for 15% off what I believe so 15% off of that. Now you're thinking, okay, well that seems to still be a lot of money, but with that sound check pass, these students all year long can go to any WSO concert simply by paying the ticket fee of $3.50. I think that beats Taylor Swift by a few words. I think those tickets would pay for them, that sound check would pay for itself after one concert. So, we're going to be handing that out to every student. We'll send it to you, the code. Now we're going to hand out something even better from the WSO. Well, what could be better than 15% or 15% off of that to get a ticket for $3.50 as many as you want? How about just giving a free voucher to 6 people? So that is what we're going to do. We're going to be handing out 6 free sound check passes to the following 6 people: Elias Acosto, Isaac Lee, Julian and Owen F. Isaac, you get one of them too. The sound always goes that way up here. And we have one more final student award of the evening, which is called the Ken Epp Character Award. Ken Epp was the executive director of the Manitoba Band Association from 1986 to 2014 and had a profound impact on band and music education in Manitoba and across Canada. So this Ken Epp Character Award recognizes a summer band camper who embodies and exemplifies the character of Ken Epp. The award was established so that Manitoba band students and music education, band students would continue to recognize and appreciate the impact Ken had on band and music education for years to come. This award is not really a performance award, but rather goes to a camper who possesses many of the character traits of Mr. Epp. And there's a word cloud that was formed by many of his friends that describe all the different things. I don't think you're going to be able to see it so well from where you're sitting, but you can look at it sometime. There's a big poster of it in the band room. And this word cloud defines many of the characteristics that we used as a guide to serve as a guide when choosing a recipient. You know, this particular award is near and dear to me as a teacher at this school because I had a connection to Ken Epp. And prior to running the MBA, Mr. Epp founded the band program at his school, MBCI, and he was my band teacher. He eventually became my teaching colleague when I entered the profession, and then he came, and I came back to teach at this school, the school that I had grown up in. And it was Ken Epp who was largely responsible for convincing the MBCI board 35 years ago that they should make a heavy investment in building a place like Jubilee Place, which is our performance hall and has become a place that a lot of other people come to for performances of all kinds. And finally, it was Ken Epp that convinced me that I should start a band camp at MBCI, a camp that is now successfully run for 26 years. So Emily is holding the permanent plaque, which hangs in the band room here at school. And then there's a mini version that Brady has that recipients get to keep, and we'll send them a little plaque with or a little plate with their name on it. Well, this year's recipient of the Ken Epp Character Award is a student who attended the camp last year and came back again. This student is kind and empathetic and encouraging to everyone, enthusiastic, attentive, always asking what she can do to help, and soaking up every bit of knowledge she can in pursuit of better understanding music and the world around her. She is what the Germans would call a Mensch, a person of integrity and honor who by her every action and word make this world we live in a better place. Her being chosen for this honor is a reflection of how well she represents so many others at this camp. But she was the overwhelming choice of the staff. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Kennett Character Award, Raylan Rodriguez. I should say that this young lady here was the first recipient of the award, and this fine young man here was the second recipient, and they had roughly the same reaction. Thanks for helping out Brady with all of these presentations. We have had extraordinary experiences this week, making music, learning, discovering new friends, and having lots of fun along the way. And a huge part of this happening has been the guiding influence of our conductor, Mr. H. Andrew Wall. Though he is wild and crazy and makes them sing through their music with and without actually conducting them, they have learned so much through him, not only about music, but about life, about integrity, about feelings, and most importantly, about community. And I've asked one more very special student, Lyric Petty, to present Mr. Wall with a token of the band's appreciation for his work with them this past week. Lyric and Mr. Wall, wherever you are, if you can come to the front.
Hi, my name is Lyric. I was asked to do a thank you for Mr. Wall, and I'm really happy I got to do it because I'm not one to speak a lot in class, and I never raise my hand, but Mr. Wall always made me feel like I was in a family, and he made me feel like I didn't have to be worried about music, because sometimes music is a really stressful thing, and I think we can all agree that Mr. Wall made us feel like we were together in a family, and he really is our band dad, and he made music less stressful and music more fun, and I think after 2 years of having him as my band conductor, thank you.
Thank you, Lyric. That was lovely. This is delicious. Thank you all for being here on the worst hair day I've had all summer. Just glad I have any. It's running fast. Your kids are really nice and really smart, and we had a lot of fun, and this is sort of the worst part of camp, because it's almost done. I can't express to you how different they are today than when we met them the first time. And I think now that this experience is complete for all of them, they're all better people for it. They're just, shut up, and you're gonna play a song! Also, Mr. Clausen, you're my favorite. You're so nice to me. Even when I'm dumb. Thank you. All right, this last piece of music, some of you will know it because you watched the show. Some of you will know it because your stupid parents were watching the show and you wanted to watch something. And then some of you are too young.
you.